What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Chris, as always, with me,
Liam.
And today we are diving into Gen V Season 2, Episode 4. We reviewed the first 3 in a video last week. If you haven't seen that already, you'll be able to check that out here shortly. But if you have already seen Episode 4, we are going to do a full discussion on it today. If you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. We are a show about shows. If you enjoy this video, you can hit a like button. The like button. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so. And the comments is where you can chime in. You know, we are not experts. We're usually kind of just sharing theories, talking about the episode, sharing character arcs, what we liked, what we didn't like. And we want to hear what you think too. The only thing that we ask is that, you know, if you have an idea of what's to come, maybe you read a comic or you have some insight that actually is canon, don't spoil what's to come for the rest of us. We do enjoy this. We love entertainment. We want to experience it in real time. But if you have a fan theory, crazy like rabbit hole you went down and you want to share that, go for it. We do it here on the channel all the time. We'll let you know it's a theory and we have no evidence that we're sharing, but at the same time, we enjoy it. And so without further ado, we're diving in to episode 4.
Yeah, they brought Firecracker back for this little crossover thing.
Another cameo, yeah. We had a Starlight cameo in the first 3 episodes, and now we have Firecracker's cameo officially confirming that she's full-time taken over for Cameron that they killed.
So this has been my favorite episode of the season so far.
You mentioned that. Why?
I don't know. I just really enjoyed the flow of this episode. It felt very adult version of Scooby-Doo to me. And I liked it for that reason.
Yeah. I mean, Scooby-Doo is pretty adult. The things they talk about and the undertones in that is made for adults.
I get that, but this is Gen V.
Yeah.
So
Definitely made for
boys,
adults. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. This is legit political satire laced with like narcissistic, evil superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Gen V and The Boys is. Yeah.
So this episode was a lot of fun for me, but I really like the whole, now that they finally admit their love for each other thing, they're now set to battle each other.
I mean, that's, you know, if you couldn't see that coming.
I didn't expect that's the route they were going to go with it.
Yeah.
I honestly thought Jordan would be in like handcuffs or something.
I was more surprised that Jordan lived through this episode than anything else.
Really?
Yes. I thought for sure Marie was going to lose her control like she did with the sheep. Elon Musk. Yeah. And
we named them for assholes.
Yeah, like I said, it's political satire laced with superheroes. Yeah. That's something crazy about this show and the time that we live in. Like all of my favorite YouTubers that inspire us to talk about shows and also talk about shows, when they talk about shows like this, they have to put like a freaking disclaimer in front of it. They're like, these are not our beliefs. We do not actually believe this. We're just reviewing a show and that's their beliefs. And it's like, how can people be so disassociated that they can't realize they're talking about a piece of fiction? Mm-hmm. Like that to me was blowing my mind. I was like, sad. Makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, was it Kate when she's going up to the security guards trying to sneak in the house because they formulate this whole plan of, Marie's going to get training from Cipher and that way they'll keep him distracted and they can go break into his house. But when she goes and gives the command and then dude just starts fucking the fucking garden gnome, I was losing my shit then. And she's like, oh, I guess it's not working the way I wanted it to.
So it's actually a step up because when she first has the accident, she has no ability. She had like, it's gone basically. Cipher says you can't even, like, you're powerless. And so in this episode, we saw that she can still use somewhat of her ability. She just can't control it. She can't like specifically push you right now. She could push you. She just has no control over the action you might do. So I think she's starting to get her power back is what we're seeing.
And so we're supposed to believe that the guy that they discover when they get into that house is his father.
I think it might be.
Do you?
Yeah. So last episode, I talked about a couple of different theories where it could be that Godolkin himself has a very similar power to like Apocalypse where he can start taking over bodies and keep powers and keep. I don't think that may be the case. I think the burnt body that you see in the time capsule or what is it? Like a iron lung, whatever it's called. The thing that keeps him alive, the unit that's keeping him alive.
The hyperbaric chamber?
Yeah, that thing. The guy that's in there is Godolkin. Because if you remember, the lab was burning down. around him.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever, he survived that ordeal. I don't think he has the superpower to regenerate, and so he's stuck like that. And I do think that Cipher is his son. I think Cipher, the reason that Cipher can control people, but he has no V in his blood, is that he's not a genetically altered superhero. He was born a superhero, like we saw with Homelander's son.
And that's what we were supposed to get from that whole ticket booth thing, or the booth seats, the executive suites thing, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Let us know what your theories are down below, of course. I definitely want to hear what you think, because there's the other one could be that he literally is a human, and he's being controlled by Godolkin, and Godolkin's it's a meat puppet. He talked about meat puppet. Well, he's literally so strong that he can control 2 meat puppets, kind of thing.
You think that's what that was?
I don't know. That's another theory, though. And I lean more towards he's his son, and he's actually a born superhero.
Okay.
Or it wasn't Compound V that gave him his powers. His father was
because Compound V was the refined version of what they did, maybe?
Correct. Yeah, so that project, the very opening scene where they're injecting themselves with the blue stuff, like that's early Compound V, I would think. And then they realize, oh wait, when we give it to adults, it doesn't work. So they start giving it to babies. And then the babies are the generation of superpower people we know now. Right? But what I think happened, and we get kind of a hint to this in this episode, is that the whole point of Godolkin University was to make better soups and to have something that could beat Homelander. So I think Godolkin University is actually competing against Vought and their V. So it wouldn't be too far-fetched to think that Godolkin created a different process for creating superhumans, giving someone different powers. And that what we're seeing in Cipher is that early ability.
Okay. The other, you were wondering what that other Starlighter's powers were. We come to find out she's going to become Bushmaster.
Yeah. Very, very like Medusa vibes from the Immortals, just a different part of the body.
Yes.
Yeah, and we got to see it in action save Anna's life, so that was cool.
Yeah, she loved it. So excited about that.
Yeah.
First, she was creeped out.
Well, you got to think about that, right? Like, in a world of superpowered people, you drew like a 2 out of the deck. Like, you didn't really get flight or impermeable skin or like translucent skin. You got you can manipulate your pubic hair.
Marie's gonna fly.
Well, she can control her own blood.
Yep, that's what I got from the whole levitating of Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Was that once she gets that mastered, she can just use that on herself and make herself fly.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like she's had that realization yet.
No. Up until she meets Cipher, the only thing she really knew she could do was cut herself and hurt you with it. That was what she would do.
He made fun of her. Stop using your hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the Force.
That interaction made me start to like Cipher as a character way more.
Let's dive into that. Because do you think Cipher's actually a bad guy?
I don't know. It feels like we should believe that.
Well, we've been introduced to the idea that whoever's running Godolkin's evil, right? Because we got that with Shetty last season, where there was this, we're not here to educate you, we're here to experiment on you whole philosophy going in season 1. Where in season 2, I think it's more, he's actually there to create he's actually there for the reasons he says he is. He's not hiding anything. He's actually there to prepare them and create stronger soups and prepare them for what is to come. Whether that's superiority or just being able to protect yourself. I don't know where his actual goals go yet. I don't know if he's going to lean towards Vought, where it's like making a superior race, or more Godolkin, like if the Godolkin believes differently or not. But either way, I think he's literally trying to improve on, for her benefit and the benefit of superheroes, her abilities.
Or is it because that they're realizing that they're losing control of Homelander and they need a plan B, like ASAP?
I think it's more selfish than that. when she says, what happens if I can do this? Like, what happens if I succeed? Mm-hmm. And Cipher goes, miracles beyond comprehension, right? Or whatever he says, something about crazy miracles. And I think that means, like, if she can officially figure out how to manipulate blood on that level,
cure cancer type shit,
she can heal Belkin, get him out of that capsule, bring him back.
Oh.
She can successfully manipulate V into adult systems without them overloading and killing them. Mm-hmm. Like, she can remove V from someone's bloodstream. We got confirmation in this episode. If she can sense it in your bloodstream, she can remove it, mm-hmm. right? If she can isolate it and sense it's there, it's only a matter of time before she can pull it out. So, or separate it from your blood, at least, because she can move the blood.
Why does it feel like Cipher's always 10 steps ahead?
He is. 100%. He goes to the bathroom because he knows she's there. He knew the camera was there the whole time. He's always moving in a way that, like, he knows what's happening and he's in the next spot.
How?
Might be part of his superpower. We don't know the extent of his mental ability. He's very Professor X right now. And Professor X could read your mind.
Yeah.
Which allows him to be a step ahead of you. He also could freeze rooms, take over people and use them as meat puppets. So I'm getting, like, total Professor X vibes from him, which makes sense because he runs the university. It's supposed to represent X-Men, da-da-da-da. Yeah. So I'm making the connections there. But it wouldn't be too far-fetched for him to be reading everyone's mind around him, which is why when... What's the chick's name that can push? I'm forgetting her name right now.
Kate.
When Kate says to him about reading his mind in episode 1, he says, you wouldn't want to go in there. It's chaos. Like, it would be crazy. Mm-hmm. It's because he's always got everyone else in there. It's not just his thoughts. He can hear everyone. That's where I'm going. That would give him the ability to always be a step ahead of everyone and always know what they're doing because he knows what they're thinking.
Okay.
So if he has Professor X level abilities or type abilities, it explains what he's able to do in this episode.
Except he can walk.
Well, if you take First Class, the movie, as canon, then it isn't until a very serious injury that Professor X loses his ability to walk.
Yeah. That throws me down a whole nother rabbit hole in my head, though. And I don't know how to process that at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. What do you guys think about that theory? Do you think that could be possible? Let us know.
I also want to mention the whole Yoda call out over and over. That was...
He's quoting Yoda. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All of his words of wisdom are direct Yoda quotes. Like, he's pulling wisdom from the movies. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she's like, really? He's like, all right, fair enough, I'll stop.
He's a nerd.
Yeah.
Love that.
I think it's cool that Emma is kind of getting a little bit more solo time to grow her character in this season.
She's stealing it from me.
She's doing a great job. That's why I wanted to bring it up. You can see her going from this shy, recluse, self-destructive, non-believing in her powers kind of self to this episode, like, showing up a little bit more confident and inspiring confidence in others, which then is inspiring more confidence in her. Like, she's building herself up. And I think it's great that we're introducing new players, new powers. You know, her little girl gang is pretty cool. And then we got the brother that can fly now. So, like, they're starting to build up a little bit of a resistance. So I like where that whole thing is going.
Mm-hmm. She's like, I got a crew.
Yeah. It's cool. I like that. I just wanted to tip to that, because it's cool that they're doing that. Because you have a whole campus full of people that can do extraordinary things, and they just fly by. They're just moving through. We don't actually get to see a lot of what they do unless it's a physical ability like Maverick, where he's walking around. It's like you could just see sunglasses. Mm-hmm. The fight itself, when they're prepping for it, before in the locker room, right? They're basically like, Jordan's losing his mind because his whole life he's been dealing with the idea that no one will accept him for who he truly is. Mm-hmm. We found out that he manifested his powers at 6 and had to hide them for a long time. So, like, I'm guessing the female version of him was always suppressed because he was a boy, and his parents said in season 1, why can't you always be the boy? Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing that's what he was born. And then as he manifested his powers, the female side was able to represent, but he had to suppress that for a long time, which, symbolism to a lot of people who actually go through those things in real life. And then the hate and the crowd and all of that, and how he just took the old story and tied it to his current reality and was like, oh, proof, right? and just how powerful that thing is. Marie pulls that bench forward. She's like, no, that's not who you are. And like that whole thing right there, how deep and emotional and like real that felt. That's why I didn't think Jordan was going to live. Because like usually in a show like this, when you set up a truly deep emotional connection like that, where it's usually not what's happening in the show, one of them's about to die.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so that's why I thought Jordan was about to explode. But no, they go out, they kiss, and then we find out Cipher has the ability to turn someone into a meat puppet. Doesn't fight Marie to the point where she's like going all out with Jordan, like he's going all out with Jordan's abilities.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, pissing her off, blasting her, punching her, blasting her, until she can't take it anymore. And then her power takes over. Right?
Yeah, I feel like that was the goal of Cipher, was just to get her to unlock the confidence of, hey, look, I was able to levitate someone who's alive, and they're still alive after.
I think you're absolutely correct. And I think the way he's speaking to himself during that whole scene confirms that. He's like, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like talking her up. He's not like, that's why I think he's a good guy. And he, like everything he's doing, although it is over the top and maybe can be perceived as an evil thing that he's doing because people are getting hurt, right? I think he's doing it because he wants something better. I'm not necessarily into the boat sailing down the river that he's a villain yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Is he going to be, Cipher going to be a villain or the hero that helps the kids?
Yeah. I think the villain's outside of Godolkin. I think the villain that we're going to experience in this season is going to come from the outside. And he's going to be a crucial tool in them being able to defeat that outside because he's going to help them power up.
Homelander.
Homelander's always going to be a huge issue. The issue, though, with him being the big bad in this season is that we know he's getting a huge, I believe, we don't know, but I believe he's getting a huge arc in the next, like, final season of The Boys, right? The next one that's coming out. And so it would be interesting to see Marie and her gang beat him, or at least stop him in some way, for him to go take over presidency and then fight Butcher in the final season. Because you know that's coming.
No. We'll see.
They've been talking like this. They've been talking about it since the very first episode of season 5. It's me and you, final showdown, no holds bar. Like, that's what it is. They've been talking about it.
Happened.
It hasn't happened, but they've been talking it up. So if they don't deliver it in the final season, it'd be a letdown to not watch those two go head to head. Now that they're powered, like now that Butcher's powered up. Well, I guess the tumor is technically. The tumor has the superpower, not him.
Yeah, but that takes over like Venom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this episode ended on a huge cliffhanger. Like, doop, fight's over, episode's over. Like, that's it. See you later. So
yeah, I just wanted more after this.
Yeah, this episode had me wanting more. Gen V season 2 so far I've been enjoying it. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm enjoying the new layers of Godolkin and Cipher or Dr. Gold or whatever you want to call them, and these different projects that are going on. And also really, really excited about this episode because of the amount of growth in power Marie had. Watching her learn different abilities, learn how to manipulate her blood powers more, truly turning into like a blood bender. That to me is cool, and I want to see more of that advancement as the season goes. But let us know, what did you like about this episode? What didn't you like? How are you enjoying this season so far? Who do you think the big bad's really going to be? And is Godolkin really his father, or is Godolkin controlling Cipher? Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. But if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and do so. Small click for you greatly helps us. We're on the road to 50,000, and every little subscription helps. Also, the fun never ends, guys. The fun never ends. We have tons of videos for you right here. You can jump right in and watch even more reviews that we have done, even more discussions, and we even have a couple of live ones with Handmaid's Tale if you're into that thing too. So we'll see you there. Peace.
Find the strength hiding in each battle scar. You're not who you were, you've already come far.